chances are pretty good you've never met a cowboy quite like Dwaine Fosler.
Dwayne's love of horseback riding caught the attention of our Lance Schwartz, and one thing led to another. And tonight, the Lance's Journal spotlight is shining directly on Dwaine. And Lance joins us now with his story. Hi, Lance.
Hi, guys. You know, one of the favorite parts of my job, I get to introduce you to these amazing characters. And I have got another one tonight. Gene Autry recorded a catchy little ditty called Back in the Saddle Again way back in 1939. That was 4 years before Dwaine Fosler was born. But it's interesting just how that song would somehow foretell the future of this Milford man who is most content when he is back in the saddle again.
And this is Stormy.
Dwaine Fosler has been on Stormy's back for many a mile.
I averaged it out, and you ride about 2.8 miles per hour at a walk.
Horses galloped their way into Dwaine's life a long, long time ago.
I like to read books and stuff, and I'd get hold of Western books and this type of thing. And I just fell in love with the lifestyle.
Dwaine dreamed of one day becoming the next Lone Ranger.
I would pretend my bike was a horse.
Eventually, Dwaine upgraded from his bike to steers and then horses.
It's amazing when you connect with an animal deeply and you know what they're thinking. It's just really neat.
I would have been impressed if Dwaine would have just told me that he kept track of all of his records for 37 years. But then he told me how many miles he had ridden. And when he said 10,000, wow, I had to tell this story. I had never heard of anything quite like this.
I started in 1980. In January.
This 74-year-old says it was the Texas Longhorn cattle drives of the 1870s and 80s that helped stoke his fire for keeping track of his mileage.
It kind of intrigued me. I thought, man, you know, that's really something to ride several thousand miles on a horse.
Every day, every ride, every mile was carefully tabulated in the notebook.
And I've kept track as close as is humanly possible.
And I don't know how to break this to you, but I don't think that's normal.
Well, I've been told that. Any time you can spend in the saddle is the best time there is.
Dwaine's grandson, John, has a great appreciation for his grandpa's accomplishment.
You know, if you put in the time to ride horses, you know, 6 miles feels like 100 miles. So going 10,000 I thought was kind of ridiculous and very impressive.
Many of Dwaine's miles were logged with his wife Ruth as members of the Seward County Sheriff's Posse.
I set a goal of 10,000, and I honestly believed I would never live long enough to ride that many miles.
Fortunately, Dwaine was wrong.
It still boggles my mind. I can't believe I rode that far.
And if you can believe this, over the course of Dwaine's 10,000-mile journey, he never once was thrown off by one of his horses. He was, however, bucked off a number of times from other people's horses. And at 74 years of age, you might wonder just how many more miles does Dwaine have in him? He says 15,000 is his next goal.
I bet he can do it. Now, he had to wait quite a while to get his first horse, though. Is that right?
He did. It's kind of funny because his dad said that horses eat too much grass. And they were concentrating on their cattle at that point. So it was 24 years of age before Dwaine had his first horse. He did catch up, though.
Well, we look forward to the next Lance's Journal when he hits 15,000.
Well, let's do it.
Thanks, Lance. We'll have your full forecast coming up.